What's up, people? Hello and welcome back to the show or something. I don't know what I'm talking about, but what I do know is today we are going to unbox a retro style controller by Nixy. Nixy! This is what it looks like. They went here for the Gamecube style, so while using it we are supposed to be reminded on the good old days playing games like Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Or is it Rouge? I mean, thank God they did not go for the Nintendo 64 controller shape, am I right? You know, this weird controller designed for mutants apparently, where you need 3 hands to hold it. Anyway, it's called Warrior Purple, although purple refers to the color. This is also the one we got, and it is also available in the color Spice Orange, so I guess that would make it Warrior Spice Orange. Yeah, that does not sound very warrior-like. Yes, it looks like it was also originally available in this brownish color, but not currently. Anyway, we also have an optional thing here. We can purchase those thumbstick kits for $5.28. They mean the analog sticks apparently. From what it looks like, they are interchangeable. Anyway, this controller can be used for Gamecube, also for the original Gamecube, for the Switch, for the Wii, for the PC and more. And while it has this retro style, it has all kinds of modern features too. It has 2 programmable buttons, for example. From what it looks like, it also has those lock mechanisms here for the triggers, similar as we had it on the Aurora controller. Of course, it also has all the current day gimmicks like Hall effects for the analog sticks, HD rumble, it's kinda like an enhanced vibration feedback, interchangeable back pedal design, so it's also possible to change the back buttons from what it looks like, mechanical LR buttons, meaning the triggers, 6-axis and much more, yeah. Of course, we are going to check all those cool features out, but first we have to get this bad boy out of here. Nixy! And here we go. I really like what the box looks like, to be honest. Nice style, yes. Here we have... It's printed in a very 3D-like fashion, kinda. It almost jumps out of the picture. Anyway, here we have some of the information again. Rumble feature, like vibration, Hall effect joysticks, adjustable Hall sensitive analogs, ZL and ZR triggers. Is this what they are called, like on a GameCube controller? I'm not gonna lie, I never had a GameCube myself, but I did play it plenty at one of my friends' places back then. Once again, a very nice box, very nicely packaged. Okay, so here we have the controller itself. It is fairly big and heavy, I have to say. As a matter of fact, I have also here a generic PS4 controller, just for comparison, so yes, it is actually not much bigger if you look at it like that, you know, side by side, or like this. It appears to have pretty much the same dimensions, but it is actually a bit heavier, yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I never was a fan of this button layout, so actually playing with it will probably be, yeah, just getting used to it will be a bit, we will see about it. The buttons, that's the analog sticks, they're a bit louder. The buttons are triggers, and the special extra buttons here, yeah, they are barely hearable. How about the main button? Although because of the shape of the analog sticks here, they do make this, yeah, somewhat weird sound when it grinds the corners like that. Then we also have the manual, obviously. What is this here? Nixy, Warrior, yes. We are here for gamers. Well, thank you very much. Ultra fashion design, superior customer. Basically kinda a self-advertising right there. Yes, let's see what this accessory pack includes. Okay, so here we have another analog stick and those cover thingies. So we can switch it from gray to yellow, just like this one. Then we obviously have a couple of cables, so yeah, this one is very long, as you can see. And we have the same one, but way longer. I'm not sure why they included 2 at the same time. Then we have, yeah, this is for the back buttons. So basically we can remove this thingy here with the back buttons and then just put this as a cover. And there is also this adapter thingy, so we can actually use it as a GameCube controller. So I expected there to be some kind of tool to easily change those analog sticks, but to be honest, it just can't be done easily like this. So basically you just shift it to the side around 20-30 degrees and then you can just easily take it out. You can replace the analog stick, lock it like that, and also this time I used one without the corners. So as you can see now I can spin it around and it does not make those annoying sounds. We have 2 of them, so we can actually put one over here as well if we prefer to not have those grinding sounds. As for those back buttons, they are also very easy to remove. This is what this one is for. Basically you press it and yeah, it jumps out on its own. And yes, now we can replace it with this one here. And that's it. Now those are not buttons anymore. As you can see, they cannot be pressed. It's in case if you find them annoying or anything, I guess. Okay, so first of all, mad props for the customizability, if you can say it like that. I like it. So now we have 2 yellow triggers, for example. And again, for those triggers, we can lock them so they will travel much less. Yes, exactly like on the Aurora controller. Also here you have also indications. Here's a long bar and here's a shorter one. This is for long press or for long travel distance, and this is for short. So self-explanatory. I really like the design. This is very intuitive. Anyway, as for how the connection of this controller works, this thing here actually functions like a dongle. So basically you can use it to connect it to a normal Gamecube with this thingy here. So you just plug it in, then you press this button here and also this button on the controller. But the thing can also be used as a dongle for PC connection, and this is why we have this short USB cable. So basically you just plug it in here and into your computer, and then you have a dongle that actually, yes, it all makes sense now. And this is also what we're going to try now. So basically I'm plugging it in right now. We have to hold the button on the dongle for 3 seconds, so now it started flashing faster. And we have to do the same here on the controller. This here is the pairing button. Yeah, there we go. Yes, it vibrated twice and now it is connected, as you can see. So that was the dongle connection, and then it of course also has the Bluetooth function. For that we have to press the pair button and X. Yes, now it's blinking and we should be able to find it here. There it is, Xbox controller. And there we go, it's connected. Bluetooth can be obviously used to connect to Android and iOS devices. We're not going to do this now. This is something that is basically self-explanatory. And of course it also has a wired connection, and as you can see, it's something around 2 meters, I guess. And yeah, I guess I do not have to explain how this here works. Yes, it's connected and that's it, it's charging. This is why it's blinking, obviously. And here we have Sekiro. I really have to continue playing this game sometime. Anyway, what can I say about the controller? It does feel really nice. The analog sticks and everything, the buttons. Although, yeah, it is a bit confusing for me since I'm just not used to this layout. Like, A is here and B is over here. So and X. Yeah, I keep pressing the wrong buttons from time to time. The only thing that I find a bit weird about this controller is the vibration. Like, let's find an enemy over there. So, it's kind of very loud. Let's see if you can hear it. Come on, hit me. Yeah, I put it a bit closer to the microphone, and it also feels a bit weak somehow. What I do like is what the programmable buttons, those extra buttons on the back feel. They have somewhat of a grippy texture, so they're really easy to feel and to find, but they do not get pressed by accident because they are kind of more a bit on the side rather than on the back of the controller. So while you hold it like this, it is very comfortable, and to actually press them I have to deliberately press them. Also, start and select are actually those 2 buttons, plus and minus. Yeah, this one is like start, and this is remnant mode not available, whatever that means. I actually have no idea. And this one here is the settings button with the gear symbol on it, and this is for screenshots, well, for Nintendo Switch mode, obviously. Anyway, to set those programmable buttons, or more like to program them, we have to press this settings button and then one of the buttons. So let's go for the right one, for example. It's M1. Yes, it vibrates and now it's blinking, indicating that it's in programming mode. Okay, so now let's input something like a bit running around, like this, then some sword slashes, block, and how about, yeah, let's throw one of those stars, then we press it again. So now the programming is complete, and now we can press the button to execute the combo. Okay. Yeah, he's doing it, as you can see, but he did not record the movement of the analog stick, so I guess this is not possible with this controller. Yes, it actually says so right here. The supported buttons are A, B, X, Y, L, R, L, Z, L, Z, R, those here. I have to get used to those names. The D-pad and plus minus. So start and select, in other words, but it does not support the analog sticks. Like the other controllers I reviewed actually had this function, for example. And then we also have the turbo mode. It actually took me a bit to find out where the turbo button is, because it's actually this one in the middle of the programmable buttons. So we have to hold the button we want to put into turbo mode, so how about the sword slashes? And then we have to press this turbo button at the back. Yes, now this LED is blue, and this means the turbo function is on. So if I hold it, instead of the thrust that he usually does when you hold this button, he does the rapid slashes, and also it's blinking rapidly. To clear the turbo function, we have to hold the button that we programmed to be turbo, so this one R, and press the back button 2 times. Yeah, now it's cleared, as you can see. It's good that it has indications for that. And if we want the turbo function to be automatic, we have again press the button we want, and then press it 2 times instead of 1. So yeah, as you can see, now it's automatic. And obviously can be switched on and off, right? Like that. Yeah, there we go. And this is already all about the extra functions it has. Well, of course, not counting those extra switches here at the back, which I already covered in the unboxing part, basically just for to limit the travel of the triggers. If we do it like this, as you can see now, it's way less. Yeah, it is nothing special, but for shooters, for example, it can be very practical. Other than that, what can I say about this controller, the Warrior Purple? Yeah, funny name. Well, to be honest, this controller really surprised me. I really like the interchangeable functions for the analog sticks, how you can easily switch them out and also use those smooth round circle thingies without the corners, so it does not do this weird sound if you go all 360 on the analog sticks. And overall, the quality of this controller feels really high. The way it sits in the hands, how the back buttons feel, how they have this grippy texture. It's, as a matter of fact, it also has somewhat of a grippy texture here on the analog sticks. Like if you compare it to the regular PS4 controller, it's the analog sticks, they are actually quite smooth compared to this Gamecube controller, and this is also why I'm using those caps here usually. Basically just to have some extra grip feel on the analog sticks. The only negative thing I can think of about this one is, well, there are 2 tiny things. One is the programmable buttons. If you really want to use those, they do not record the analog stick movement like on most controllers nowadays. And the other slightly negative thing is the vibration. As I already mentioned, it feels really weak, and it is also fairly loud. Well, it's not really that loud. The sound is just, it sounds weird and a bit annoying in my opinion. Like the way I tested it now, I didn't have headphones on. Usually I have headphones on, and I bet with headphones it's not a problem. I think this is just the fact because those handles here, they are, as you can see, they are fairly thin, and the motors in there, they are probably not very big. So also the controller is fairly heavy, so to vibrate the whole thing you probably need stronger motors, you know, so for people who like strong vibrators. But other than that, I think it's a very cool retro style controller, and I do recommend it. It is also very cool that you can use it with the original Gamecube. Personally, I don't have one, but for people who still own one, it's probably cool to have this controller so you can use it with the Gamecube as well. So anyway, if you like this Warrior Purple and want to get one for yourself, we also have a discount code. So follow the links in the description below and also use the discount code to get this controller a bit cheaper. And other than that, I thank you all for watching and see you in many more future videos.